Hi everybody, and it's now topic number 32, and of course it's been a long time since I ever made a video in this position, and my past few videos have been in odd positions in a kimono with a green background to being in an airplane cockpit in my last video. So now I'm going to go back to my original position, and I'm going to share with you guys about my opinions about being single. Now, I've been very busy in my final semester, so I cannot really come up with interesting topics, so I might as well go a little bit more normal. Now, when it comes to being single, it is kind of a two-way thing. Some people hate being single, especially when they see many of their friends becoming coupled and eventually married one by one. And some people embrace being single, something like me, because it's kind of a freedom. So I'm going to share in a more all-rounded manner, and just to make it clear, I am not pointing any fingers and I'm not holding any grudges. Being a couple is a blessed thing. I am just going to highlight the pros, mainly the pros, some cons about being a single. Now, if you easily feel offended, please look away right now. So, if you can stay and watch this video, means you should be okay, right? So let's begin. Now, everyone starts off being single and only then finds a significant other, common sense. But what is so good about being single? Now, first of all, you have the whole world to yourself. You don't really have to commit to somebody yet. Basically, embrace your life. You have all the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. You don't really have another person who you have to think. In my case, what is she going to like? What can I do to please her? Well, people who are single are obviously free from all these headaches. And to some people, you will argue that this is a very good headache. But remember, when it comes to caring for another person, there is always a kind of energy that you have to put in. But of course, if you really love that person, I would not deny that it is a good headache. However, if you think from the perspective of a single person, because when it comes to being single, we are people who have yet to find a person who truly loves us. Or in another direction is we have yet to love or truly love a person, which is why we will carry these kind of thoughts. And I know people who are in a relationship will say that single people do not consider that that couples are couples. But then you have to understand one thing. We have not reached the point, which is why we're in this mentality. It's like a candle that hasn't been lit up yet. We are basically just people who are waiting to have a significant other. Of course, some people want to be single their entire life. That's another story. So let's focus on single people who still have hopes of being in a relationship. Now, I already mentioned about not finding the person yet, but why do we still embrace being single other than the freedom? Another thing is that we still get more time to enjoy our lives. Because don't forget, if you're with another person, you're basically committing your life to another person. You have to please the person, you have to be with the person. And being single, if you were to think from a single man's perspective, you have more freedom to enjoy yourself. You don't have people nagging at the back other than the families. You don't have another girl, if you're a guy, to nag behind you, and you can play video games all you want if you're a gamer. You can play golf all you want without your girlfriend nagging at you if she doesn't like sports. But I would say, I feel like couples, especially adults today, should not feel that single people need to rush, because to us, if you were to rush into a relationship and you end up with somebody who doesn't match you, you end up going to live a life of nightmare because the person you're coupled with is not suitable. Now, some people find the perfect couple early on. Lucky. Some people need to wait until early age, like in the 30s or 40s, to actually find the significant other, which to me is nothing wrong. The most important thing is you have to be with the right person rather than wasting your time and your life with the wrong person. So that's my perspective of being single. And for those people who choose to be single their entire life, I know what you'll be saying. They will be cursed to live their grandpa or grandma days alone. Well, people have different perspectives. And if people want to live their entire life all the way until the old age by themselves, it's their choice. I mean, it's not like it's robbing the bank. To me, it's like there's nothing wrong living on your own in your old age. It all comes to choice. So I feel like the issue addressing about people being single is that people need to learn to think from other people's perspective. What kind of background do they come from? Some people suffer breakups and are traumatized and don't want to be in a relationship again. Wounds do not heal that quickly. And some people just embrace living life of freedom by being single their entire life. So that is kind of my points about being single. And of course, it's just a part 1. I have kind of a part 2 where I discuss about my opinions of relationships and couples mainly, but married couples not really focused on there, maybe a little bit touching. So I'll be in the same background, same shirt, don't ask. The video will be uploaded later on. So thanks for watching this part of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.